Hey guys, Tim Avery here with Visual Testments, back with another helpful tip. And I'm going to ask you the question, what's for lunch and what's for dinner? Okay, so sometimes we don't know what to do, how to prepare our food, what foods to add into what constitutes protein, carbohydrates. Hopefully you've been watching our videos so you kind of already know those things, but let's just dive into this and let's start building some meals for us to help you guys kind of identify what's a great meal to have for lunch and what's a great meal to have for dinner. Okay, first off, we always like to start off with selecting a protein. Okay, because protein is vital to our diets and make sure we have plenty of proteins in our diet. So, I'm going to put chicken here for our first meal. Okay, let's just say we want to have some lunch here. Okay, and so we want to make sure we got our proteins down. Okay, then we want to put in some carbohydrates. Okay, now remember, you're always going to have two choices for carbohydrates. Okay, not 3, not 4, not 5. You just want to limit it to 2. Okay, so you want to have 2 carbohydrates with your meal. Let's say you want to put some asparagus in there. Yum, that looks great, right? But also you may want to put some mashed potatoes in there. Okay, boom, that is a great little meal there. But I want you to take a look at the size of all these. Okay, again, you might have saw this in one of our other videos, but if I put this chicken breast in my hand, check that out. That is about the size of my hand, right? So that's the best way to get an idea of how much food you should be consuming per meal. So if you get 2 carb choices, 2 different types of carbs, you want to make sure you measure that. Obviously, you're not going to pick up a bunch of asparagus and put it in your hand and look at that, but just eyeball that. If that is about the size of my hand or not, and if it's too much, then you need to take that off. Okay, especially when it comes to starchy vegetables like potatoes. Okay, so you really want to limit that. All right, so. And it's okay to put a little bit of butter on there, because most people do like to have their, potatoes on there and a little bit of salt and pepper, okay? But that is a great lunch, okay? Now, here's the idea that you want to, if you're trying to lose some weight, just reduce the amount of carbs of one of these, okay? So I would honestly take away the mashed potatoes because the asparagus is going to be a lot better for you than the mashed potatoes. So if you're trying to lose weight, I clarify, reduce one of the amount of carbs to that meal, okay? And add it with and just go with that type of thing, because you can actually think about this. You can actually slice that up and kind of make more of a salad if you went with something else like broccoli or arugula or spinach or something like that. You could actually make a chicken salad or whatever with that, right? So just a helpful tip there if you're trying to reduce the amount of weight that your body's currently carrying. Okay, now let's look at what's for dinner. Okay, I'm going to put this piece of fish on there. Okay, because fish is good for our bodies, right? And so let's add in something else. Let's add in some broccoli, okay, or maybe even some carrots, right? Remember, we got 2 carb choices when it comes to loading our plate up for dinner. Okay, so that's another great healthy option there when it comes for dinner. The reason why I keep saying you want to have 2 carb choices is because our body needs a lot more carbs than it actually needs proteins, okay? Because remember, you're going to get the amount of carbs turned into sugars in your body, okay? So you need more sugars or carbohydrates in your body for them to function. Now, when I say sugars or glucose is what I really mean, is I'm not saying, well, if he just needs 2 carb choices, then maybe we should just have, maybe we should put more carb in our diet. Maybe we should have some chocolate and maybe we should have some brownies, with our dinner. If carb is what we need. That's not what I'm saying, okay? So you want to reduce the amount of carbs that you have, but also you want to limit it to 2 carb choices when it comes to a meal. And if you're really trying to reduce weight, you really want to reduce that carb down to another, just the 1 carb choice, because you really want to reduce the amount of sugar. Because if your body has a lot of stored energy, remember, every food is energy. Okay, I'll say that first. Food is energy. And if you've got a lot of fat, all this is stored energy. Now, if you have a lot of stored energy in your body, you want to reduce the amount of carbs that you're putting into your body to allow your body to burn off the stored energy that you currently have. Okay, so that's the idea that you want to take away. Hopefully, that's simple enough for you to get that. Okay, so now when it comes down to dessert, what can you do? Let's say, man, my mom, she made the best cake and I really want to eat that. Can I eat that? Yes, you can eat that. But here's what you need to do in replace of that, okay? And this is not what you're going to do every night. Your mom's not making you cake every night. She's not making you brownies or cookies or ice cream, whatever, every night, or you're not making your cookies and brownies and cakes every night. because you really want, if you're trying to lose weight, you got to reduce the amount of sugars that you're putting in your body. Okay, you have to have a balanced food. So if you want to have cake, or you know you're going to have cake for dinner, then you really need to reduce the amount of carbs, okay, that you're doing. Now this is actually, you see how big this cake is? If you slice this cake in half, this is actually already 2 carb choices. This counts for 2, you know? So if you're having fish and broccoli and things like that, you really need to reduce the amount of carbs you're having for your dinner, so that way you could save the amount of carb for your dessert. Okay, so same thing with ice cream. All this is the size of your hand. Okay, I know we can kind of get crazy when it comes to sweets. You know, we love our sweets. Trust me, I have a sweet tooth. I really have to watch it when it comes to sweets. So you really want to reduce the same thing. Look at the size of your hand. You know, if they're not the size of your hand, then you really need to not eat that, or it's too much, or cut it back, or whatever. And don't overdo it when it comes to sweets. Okay. If you're really trying to lose weight, I would really just limit sweets maybe once a week or something like that if you're trying to lose some weight. And if you're really trying to lose a lot of weight, just hold off on that for a couple of days. Allow that sugar to get out of your body. Allow those cravings and things like that to be worked out. Now, let me add this in there because, you know, today our foods are not produced as they once were. You know, a lot of nutritional values actually stripped out of the ground. So our carrots, our broccoli, our fresh fruits and vegetables, our chicken, the way they produce our food now, even our proteins, you know, they're putting added growth hormones and things like that into our food supply. You know, one of the things we need to do is supplement vitamins and nutrients so that way we have those things in our diet, so that way we can combat those cravings. If you have sugar cravings, salt cravings, things like that, your body's actually asking for vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, because it doesn't have those things. So it starts to transition into, well, maybe my body needs more sugar, so I'll have some brownie. I'm tired, I need some energy. You know, so what you really need to do is to get the right amount of nutrients in your body, the right amount of vitamins in your body, so that way your body can say no. It makes it easier for your body to say no to the nice sugary treats like this, right? So what you need to do is find a great multivitamin, some vitamins to put into your diet. You know, we highly recommend Advocate products because that's what we know. We've been doing Advocate products for 12 years, and we just know these products are formulated. They say what's on the bottle, what's actually in the capsule, the caplets, or whatever that it constitutes. We know what's in this bottle is what's in this bottle. So that's why we love this product. That's why we know this product, and that's why we've been using it for 12 years. Okay, so if you want to know more about this, comment in the description below, and we'll get you connected with something like that. Okay. So, but anyways, hopefully this helps. What's for breakfast? We did that already. What's for lunch? What's for dinner? These are all helpful tips to help you to have a more healthier life and to be successful with your weight loss if that's your endeavor. See you guys next time. Remember, if you like this video, please hit subscribe, hit like, and we'll stay tuned for the next video.